guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. This is Mo Crypto, and guys, welcome back to the channel. A brand new video, brand new project. This is actually part of a series that I'm going to be starting. If you guys don't know, I do have my own Telegram right now, community Telegram for the people watching these videos. If you guys have any questions, if you would like to talk crypto, you don't know where to go, if you have any questions about any of these videos that I'm doing, the link to my Telegram is in the first the link to the Telegram is the first link in my description. Please go ahead, join the community, and let's talk about all these crypto projects that we're talking about here and anywhere else that you see on other videos and other, Medium articles and whatnot. But this one is Flywheel.Finance. This one is a project on the Linea blockchain, which is actually one of the fastest growing blockchains that I've seen recently. And I feel like it's one of those that is going to be doing a good kind of pump this cycle. The reason why I'm saying that is because we've seen recently with all the Solana meme coins, there's a lot of them that are flying crazy numbers. But there's a lot of other chains like Chain, for example, that has seen a lot of meme activity. Linea is actually one of those that I heard through those activities because there are a lot of meme coins that are launching on Linea that I feel like if you hold at this time in the crypto cycle, then you might be experiencing some good returns come the bull run coming up in the next few months. We're actually starting the bull run right now, but the mega return, mega pumps in the next few months. But anyways, all this to say is that I heard through Linea from that kind of part of crypto, and this one is a project from one of the community members, Mighty Mofo. He talked about this one in the Telegram, and essentially this one is a token, and they're going to be launching a farm that is going to be in some way related to the farm on the DEX, which is one of the important DEXs on Linea, which is Linux. I hope I'm spelling this correctly. But essentially it all works hand in hand. They have their own stable coin. And I felt like this project could be generating some good returns, especially that right now the token is actually getting a slight dip. So if you guys can see, it did some pretty good pump, right? So it went from almost virtually nothing to a 5x in a matter of like 16 hours, right? So from May 6th at 2 o'clock to or 3 o'clock to May 7th around like 6 o'clock. So around 1 day, close to 1 day, about 16 hours, it did a 5x. And the reason for those 5x's is because it was a stealth launch for the token. So there's no team allocation and all that kind of stuff that a lot of these projects tend to do just so that they can pump and dump a token. So right off the bat, this is a project that I feel like, is worth the mention. It's not complicated at all. And the reason why I'm talking about it today is because I feel like there is a pump coming, especially since there is farms that are going to be launching very soon. Those farms are probably going to make a lot of people buy the token, and we're going to be seeing some good numbers with the token right now. So from the launch, right? So if we're looking at the launch time, from the launch till now, it's at a 2.5x from launch, right? So if it's at a 2.5x from launch, we can expect at least another 2.5x to reach the all-time high. And who knows, if the farms are well respected and well managed and no hiccups at launch and whatnot, we might be seeing more than 2.5x. But anyways, I want to show you guys this project. So this is Linea, where dApps thrive. It's one of those blockchains that's built on Ethereum. A lot of these blockchains that are launching now, they're all built on Ethereum because of all the security, but they always end up having faster transactions, cheaper gas fees, which is beautiful. Just like Arbitrum, just like Base, they all built on Ethereum. So there's 299 dApps. There's 3.7 million active users, 36.5 million transactions. So the numbers are ridiculous, right? And if we look at DeFi Llama, we can see that Linea actually has 250 million TVL up to date, and it launched July 2023. So it's not even a year yet, and it has 250 million. And you need to have some good backing to reach 250 million in TVL, right? And we saw that it just got a huge pump, which is why I feel like this, I'm not sure, but I feel like this is in relation to some more DEXs that are launching and some meme coin activity as well. Because when there's meme coins in discussion, like people are just aping everywhere. right? Wherever they see a new blockchain coming, they're going to ape in hopes that this blockchain blows up and their meme coin blows up. They do 100x. It's just the name of the game, right? So it did do a pretty good significant pump. It went from like under 100 million all the way to the max, which was close to 270 million. So that's awesome. Which is why for me, like, it's just a matter of time that this blockchain is going to be blowing up, right? So there's MetaMask integration, ecosystem engagement, partner support, enhanced distribution, developer ready. So when they make it easy for developers to build on, it means more and more dApps are going to be coming over here. That also means that a lot of tokens are going to be pumping, more money to be made. And why not be early, right? Home to the most secure, exciting, and innovative Web3 projects. So there's multiple use cases, right? So there's trust and reputation systems, institutional DeFi, Web3 gaming, social fi, meme coins, network abstraction, account abstraction. So there's so many things that are being built on Linea that I feel like is going to be one of the good blockchains to just look out for come the next this bull run. I am going to be reviewing probably other projects on Linea if I see something that catches my eye and catches my interest. This is the first project that I talk on this ecosystem. I do like the fact that I talk about projects that nobody talks about. I don't like to always talk about hype projects, because when people do hear about it, that's when they're like, oh, Mo talked about it a few months ago. You know, it's just these things. A lot of these projects, they don't get marketing. They don't get the eyes they should until it's too late. And I just want to make sure to cover as many projects that I think you guys would benefit from and would be interested in. You know, crypto is a huge, vast, area. And, it's hard to cover everything, but we cover the things that we think are going to be very, very important come the bull run, right? So there's so many links at the top. If you want to learn, there's a tab for learning. If you want to build on the blockchain, there's a tab for building. Anything about the ecosystem, the community, you can follow them on Twitter and whatnot, and everything about their security, right? Now, if we look at the Git book, right? So Flywheel Finance. So the name Flywheel was actually interesting to me, and there's a reason why they called it Flywheel. So I'm going to go over those details right now. The Git book is so small, it's going to take us like 2 minutes to cover this. And then I'm going to be doing a follow-up video once the farms launch. The farms have not launched yet. And in that video, once I do that video, I'm going to show you guys how to bridge to Linea. And I'm going to show you guys how to buy on Linea using USD Plus, which is their stablecoin. And it's going to be like a pretty breezy video, but, I think it's something that you guys might want to try out, So Flywheel Finance is a protocol behind the Fly token. It aims to create and own yield-generating assets and products. Our mission is to create a yield-generating flywheel for our investors. So what does flywheel mean, right? Okay, guys, so let's talk about the Fly token and the first flywheel and why this whole project was based around the flywheel. So the Fly token will be tradable on Linux, the #1 DEX on Linea. It will utilize a bribing system to generate the first flywheel in our ecosystem. So there is a video here that I'm going to go to right now. We're going to watch. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. But a video, especially this one, because it's more animated, is always going to be important for us because it helps explain a little bit better.
Let's explore Linex's flywheel, where every participant, from Vellings holders to liquidity providers, traders, and protocols, contributes to the V3.3 dynamics. Vellings voters have the ability to vote on emission direction, and in return, they receive rewards through trading fees and bribes from their voted pools. For liquidity providers, their dedication is rewarded with Link's token emissions, based on the votes they've secured and the liquidity they've contributed, ensuring they remain engaged and active. Traders, on the other hand, experience the luxury of low slippage and optimal trading conditions. In doing so, they also contribute fees, which directly benefit the Vellings voters. And then, we have the protocols. They get the enhanced trading conditions for their tokens. They can also offer incentives in the form of bribes to Vellings holders to vote in favor of their pools. To sum it up, Linex is a place where everyone's interests mesh, creating a smooth and efficient trading space for all.
Okay, so the first thing we have to address is that I called it wrong. It's Linex, okay? So this is everything you needed to know about Linex. So if you guys are not familiar to SwapX, I talked about SwapX a few times on the channel. SwapX usually utilizes the same kind of concept, the VE33, which is basically the community, the protocol, the developers and the project itself, and the partners of that protocol who work together to vote on certain farms that are going to be getting the most emissions. Those farms are going to be getting most emissions through community support, right? So if you vote, we're going to give you something in return, but that farm is going to be getting more and more emissions. So the protocol benefits, the community benefits, and the partners benefit the more they get their communities to engage. So it's kind of a wheel that helps each other grow. And I guess that's where they got the flywheel idea from. Okay, so now back to the video. The first flywheel will be built around Linux bribing. So the Fly token has a tax on each transfer, and those taxes will be used to create more protocol-owned liquidity, so POL, right? Buy and lock links tokens to vote for our farm and bribe the farm. So 50% of the Fly supply is also reserved for bribing. Okay, so before we continue talking about the rest of it, let's talk about protocol-owned liquidity. So I spoke to one of the team members, and he explained to me why protocol-owned liquidity is a bit better than any other kind of liquidity, right? So protocol-owned liquidity essentially is liquidity that is managed by the protocol itself. And the more control the protocol has on the liquidity of the platform, the less control the users have on the liquidity of the platform. So there's obviously less risk for the protocol to just subtly dump all the tokens on the market because somebody has a higher supply of liquidity in their bag, right? So the more liquidity that's owned by the protocol, the better and more sustainable and more lasting the protocol is going to be in the long run, right? So this is something very, very important. They want to build their POL, which is the protocol-owned liquidity as a whole. So on top of the taxes, the yield generated through the USD Plus in the LP will support the flywheel even further. So let me explain to you guys why this is also important. So this is all meshing well together, and I hope you guys are seeing the kind of vision these guys are having. So USD Plus, okay, so this is brand new to me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video are not even really familiar with it. So I had to look up USD Plus USDC LP on Dex Screener to get that information, right? So if we look at the description here on the right of the screen, it says, see, I don't know if I can make it bigger. Yeah. USD Plus is a yield generating stablecoin yielding 8 to 12% per annum via daily rebase. Okay, so think about that, right? So 8 to 12% is beautiful, but this goes up to 25%. Right? And I don't know if it goes more than that, but the team told me it goes up to 25%. So think about it this way. So let's say you have USD Plus in the LP, right? So let's say you have a total LP of 2 million. 1 million of that is USD Plus. And let's say, just for the sake of argument, only 10% is used as a rebase of the USD Plus. That means out of your 1 million of USD Plus, just by holding a stable coin in your liquidity of the project, you're earning an extra $100,000 in just passive rebase income for the protocol by doing nothing, which is crazy. It's revolutionary and is something that not a lot of people are doing nowadays, and this is something special to the USD Plus because it's yield bearing stablecoin, right? So it is fully backed by a portfolio of liquid, yield generating, low risk DeFi assets, mostly lending protocols and stable to stable liquidity pools in a way that allows to avoid losses and generate profit every day, mint and redeem USD Plus against USDC instantly on request. So the tokenomics, essentially, there's 1 billion in supply, 500 million for the initial LP, 500 million for bribe spread over 10 weeks. The Fly token, 5% taxes. So there's 1.5% to create more protocol-owned liquidity. That's good for the protocol overall because it's protocol-owned liquidity. 1.5% to buy and lock links token to vote for our farm. 1% to bribe the Fly USDC Plus farm. And 1% to the team wallet, which is marketing and salaries. Just quick disclaimer, I wasn't paid by the team. This is not a marketing video for the team. I'm just doing this because I feel like this is an interesting project by somebody in the Telegram community. If you guys want to, you can join the Telegram community down below. I'm going to be covering multiple projects, so this is awesome, guys. There's some projects that I don't know about that you guys come across that are pretty fantastic, pretty creative, and I want to cover those projects. So if you guys have any projects you want me to cover, please leave them in the comment section below. or actually just go to the Telegram and leave them over there. And I'll make sure that if I like the project, I'm going to be covering. All right, guys. So if you guys want to, oh, this is a disclaimer about DeFi and it's risky and whatnot. If you guys want to get all their links, Telegram, Discord, Twitter, Medium, everything's in here. And actually their Medium, I've read the Medium article before. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool and pretty, straightforward. You guys can go ahead and read that. So if you guys want to learn about the CEO, the content creator, the business developer, and the finance executive, go ahead and read all of that information. But anyways, guys, I thought this project was pretty interesting. If you guys want to discuss any of this, please go ahead and join the Telegram down below. And guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.